Okay, I'm gonna load it up with grease now, and this is a really nasty job, but I like this full synthetic grease with Molly. It will hopefully be very good. I'm not an expert at packing bearings, but okay. I'm gonna get a bit, and I'm gonna drive that in a little bit better. This should work. Looks good. Okay, bearing is in. The next piece is the top plate. And we then have two really nuts that and I have a special wrench to put those on. It is basically a spanner wrench. This one's not big enough, or this one's too big. As is this one. And hopefully this one fits. It does. These are, I bought a set of spanner wrenches on Amazon, and they are, it's like $15 for like 6 or 8. Obviously you use it for the exhaust and for the exhaust nut. But it also came with one for this. There's actually, I think, maybe another application somewhere. I think it's somewhere on the transmission. I can't remember if I actually physically use them or not. That's the first one. And let me wet this up a little more. And I'm going to poke in Here is where the lock would begin, which we're very good right there. So we're good on that. Boy, that grease gets everywhere. So that's the first one. Here's the second one. For some reason, I put this upside down. I think you're supposed to. I'm not positive, but I don't think it necessarily hurts. There's like zero play in this. Everything has been driven home. Steering wheel moves well. And I'm going to say the key for today, the key for this is, it is nice to have power tools. It's nice to have air tools even more. And it is nice to have, it's nice to use heat and cold. Heat and cold will do things for you that a hammer will not do. And so we have that. This is what would go on next. I'm going to put the nut on it so that I do not lose the nut. This is a goofy size nut. It's like an M13 by 1.5, I think. And it is so what's going to happen is that the forks will come up through here. They'll get tied in up top here, and that will really kind of tie everything into place. And so it's going to tie everything into place. The forks come up through here, connect into here with the big top nut, and It is very how do I want to put it? It really locks it in, so it is very so I cannot put the forks in. Two reasons. One is that I'm going to replace the seals in the forks, so I'm waiting on the seals. So I'm going to actually get them painted and prepped anyway. So there are, I don't know, I'm going to call them headlight ears. These headlight ears go like this. Let me move the camera down. These headlight ears go like this. And so the headlight lamp connects here. The fork goes up through here and connects up top here. So I need to get that painted. And so I'm going to get this painted and prepped. And so I've got, like I said, I've got to replace the fork seals. And I need to that's really kind of it for that, to be honest. So it's very that'll be quick and easy. So hopefully I'll get the fork seals in the next 4 or 5 days. And once we get that done, we'll be good to go. Right now, I'm going to actually put on the center stand, and I'm going to put on the side stand. So, and I probably am going to keep it on this blanket until I get probably the front wheel installed, or at least the forks installed. It's, I guess there's no need to basically rub the, I guess there's really no need to rub the bottom of the frame. I need to really tighten up this bottom nut right here before I forget. That's not the right size. I think it's a size 36. So and I know I have the socket because I took it off with the socket. So stand by, let me find that socket and we will get going shortly. Okay, I found the socket, so I'm going to tighten this guy up. So let me get the hose. It's a 32 actually. We're good to go. Okay, let's wipe it down a little bit. Well, that hammer is all greasy too. Everything gets incredibly greasy when you start working with that bearing grease. Let me get these tools out of the way. And you kind of will be able to see what I mean by the, I'm going to use, okay, you're going to see what I mean by, I'm going to use leverage to get that rear spring on. And I think that the side stand spring is this small one. And I think that I can use this big one We will see. So, boy, I've got grease even on that thing. Wow. So, let me put this out of the way. So, let's see if you can see. So, first thing to do is install this. I am going to put on a serrated flange nut because they make all the difference in the world. So it is so I'm going to make sure I got the right nut size here. And I guess generally speaking, I am going to use serrated flanged bolts. Hopefully I can use one here because of the, I think I can. There's really no place to hold this. Looks good. And I am not the sharpest tack in the drawer. I think I forgot. I forgot to plate the nut and bolt here. So let me go do that. And so this one we have in. Let's do the center stand while we are here. And so make sure you can see it. These are aircraft nuts on here as well. And I understand you're really not supposed to reuse aircraft nuts, but I mean, it is not like it is the space shuttle. So it is, I'm getting a couple stainless steel washers. Okay, I got a couple stainless steel washers, and I'm not saying you really need them, but I'm gonna put them on anyway. So. This is the first one. So So I got the spring connected. Now I'm just going to use the leverage of the. I'm going to use the leverage of this arm to actually get it on. So it's really quite easy. So. Which I just did it right there, and the washer, I'm going to put the aircraft nut here. And I'm not going to tighten these up yet. They're not going anywhere, but here is how center stand works. Obviously it's going way up here, but it won't once. But I'm gonna go do this part right here. So let me go clean and plate that. That'll take me 15 minutes and I'll be back. And then we'll put that stand on. And then we will, let me check to confirm that there is no washer that goes here. I don't think there is, but I'm not positive. I don't know if I put the washer on the right side, but it is. Standby. Okay, I have some additional information. It is, I do not have a shoulder bolt for this one. I've actually ordered one. It's a shame I just don't have one. That flanged serrated nut works perfectly. I think this is a 10 millimeter that I put in there. It's actually really approximately the right size, but it needs to be a shoulder bolt. So I've ordered that. The nut does go on the outside. So it's actually, this is installed correctly too. So I also ordered, there's like a little rubber grommet that connects right there. This, on the center stand, there is no washer that goes on the outside. So that is actually installed correctly. So I'm just going to kind of cinch up the bolts. And we will be good to go, really. Here is what I'm going to work on. It is tomorrow. I am ordering the heads and cylinders. So tomorrow was Monday. I should get them probably by Friday. And so on the agenda is going to we have to do the fenders, and we've got to chrome the bright work. Basically the fender stays. Gonna paint the fenders, and fork seals should be in hopefully any day now. Well, hopefully by Tuesday. Today is Sunday, so hopefully by Tuesday, within a couple days. And it is, then we can kind of get going. It's, I have not ordered the tires yet. I'll order those tomorrow. We should get the tires Thursday or Friday. So I'm hoping that generally this bike can be wrapped up in like, I don't know, maybe maybe a couple weeks. And so here's where we're at right now. And so front's all done, triple tree is done, and bike is painted. Paint looks great. It is got stainless steel hardware here. Well, that's not stainless steel in there, but it's been nickel plated. This spring has been nickel plated. There's absolute grease everywhere because of. And center stand is up. Center stand is done. The bolts for the center stand have been nickel plated, so we're good to go there. And we are, so I guess this coming week, I'm going to rebuild the heads one way or another. So, going to redo the heads. Going to, we have the engines right over there. I'm going to take the starter ring off, and we'll get in there and take a look at the clutch plates and see what's going on. It looks really good, actually. So, I mean, just from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's. When I was playing around with the shifter before we tore it apart, it seemed good. It was shifting in all gears, so comfortably. So I guess I never saw a huge issue with it. And again, I think the clutches are pretty much bulletproof. I think the engines are pretty much bulletproof. So I am going to probably. Oh, we have to work on the crash bars as well. So I'm going to basically be painting and plating. So stay tuned. I'll make some videos of those. Thank you.